Today we're going to do a little bit of a slower yoga class. This class is going to have some deep holds, and we're going to explore calmly into a bit more of a restorative yin style class that focuses a lot on the neck, the shoulders, the arms, the heart space, and the spine. This class is intended to help you breathe a little deeper right into your chest, and also designed to help you find your voice space. So your throat, relax your neck, and allow that to come out through your brain. So the internal to the top of the head and then out. So it's going to be a nice, more gentle practice, but it's an amazing way to explore yoga, maybe a little bit more gently, maybe a little bit towards the middle end of your day. Anyways, for this class, you are going to want a strap, but if you're like me, I don't have a strap, so I'm just going to use this scarf. Just make sure if you get a scarf, it's a little bit stronger. And then a bolster, which I also don't have, so I just grabbed 2 pillows, but just something soft. And then set your bolster, soft thing, off to the side, and take your scarf or your strap and just put it towards the top of your mat. And then lay down on your back. So you can take a second and just wiggle. Close your eyes. And then let your wiggles start to subside as you let go and let the floor hold your body. And then as you start to soften, slowly take your hands to your chest and place them over your ribs, where you imagine part of your lungs to be kind of like the middle part of your lungs. And put your tips of your fingers, your middle fingers, so that they touch. Right fingers, left fingers. And then let the hands fall gently on either side. Relax your eyes. Give yourself permission to relax them behind closed eyelids. Relax the spot between your ears. Maybe to relax it means you have to draw attention to it for the first time. So you could imagine that the spot between your ears or around your temple area has this golden beam that goes through it. Through the right side, out the left. From the left side to the right. And then from both sides coming together in the middle, where it finds this calm equilibrium. And then notice if by focusing on that, maybe you relaxed a little bit. Maybe when you relaxed, it got just a little easier to breathe. And as you got a little easier to breathe, you felt safer, more confident that the floor below you could hold your body and you didn't have to. So we'll start to relax our body. But to relax our body, we're going to bring ourselves to a meditation on our breath. And in the same way that focusing maybe on that spot between your eyes lets you relax, focusing on your breath can do the same thing for your body. And we're going to focus on our breath while we do some stretching shapes. But first we're going to just find our breath. So you're going to start to consume all the awareness of your mind with the process of your breathing so that the rest gets quiet. So let's start with the number 3. The next time you inhale, count to 1, 2, 3. And then exhale, count to 1, 2, 3. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. So you find this breath that's equal. And even though you're trying to find this equal breath, which ultimately is going to lead to your relaxation of your body, your surrender, we have to approach the breath with the same mindset, that we're going to soften. So even though you have this number in your mind and your brain might be firing, to make this number really precise and make your breath really precise, remind yourself to soften that voice in your brain, that little monkey. And remind yourself that the breath is a really compassionate thing. And that you're going to practice radical compassion, breath by breath, throughout the whole practice. Now, if 3 is feeling like it's too fast, you can up the number of your breath, and maybe you already did that. Just slowly soften into your body. Now, keeping your breath nice and similar, locate your scarf and just gently roll your arms in front of you so that you have your scarf or your strap. I'm going to fold mine over so that it's a little bit narrower, a little shorter. So then just with your hands about shoulder width, gently holding, supporting your scarf, your strap. Reach your arms over the top of your head. Now take an inhale, point your toes, and really lift the shoulder girdle up. So you're lifting your heart, you're lifting your shoulders, and your neck can really just lengthen.
lift through the top of your head. And then slowly take your right leg over your left leg. Just a little cross at your ankles. And maybe you move your feet a little bit to the left. And then continue to lift up out of your shoulder blades as you draw your hands in a rainbow towards the left feet. So you get a stretch that's really soft through your neck on the right side of your body. Relax your hands. Breathe. And then inhale, bring it back to the center. Switch the foot that's on top. And as you exhale, take your arms over to the right, maybe your feet a little over to the left. Inhale to the center, switch your feet. Exhale, reach to the left. Inhale to the center, switch your feet. Exhale, reach to the right. Inhale to the center, lengthen. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, stretch. Couple more times. Use full breath. Let the movement get a little bit organic. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect, the stretch. And then bring it to the center. Reach your hands above your head. And then bend your knees, plant your feet on the floor, hips width distance. Ground through your feet. Inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, round through the chest. Come up with the feet. And then inhale, plant your feet, reach overhead. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lengthen. Maybe a little faster. Soften into the movement. Soften into your breath. Couple more. Let yourself feel your breathing. So even though this movement requires some strength, it's not forced. And then pause. Reach your arms over the top of your head. Plant your feet on the floor. And then release your scarf. And take your hands, just walk them towards your heels and soften the palms onto the mat. From here, inhale, inflate just underneath the armpits. Exhale, soften that. Again, inhale, feel your breath. Visualize your rib cage reaching towards your inner bicep. Exhale, feel it coming in. Inhale, let the lung expansion feel like the expansion, the stretching of all your other muscles. Exhale, let go of the stuff that's holding you back. Let you do. Now we're going to move down our spine a little bit more towards the pelvis. From here, just inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, set them down. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, set it down. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, set them down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And you can go fast or slow. Just follow a smooth breath with your movement. And if you're having trouble of letting go of your breath, maybe try letting go of your movement. If you're having sticky spots in your movement, focus on your breath. Because what you're going to try to do eventually, what's going to happen eventually, is that they're going to become perfectly synchronized so that everything is relaxed. Inhale and exhale. And then slowly lower your hips down. From here, we're going to combine those two breaths. So inhale, inflate through the ribs. Exhale, release. Inhale, inflate through the tailbone up to the ribs. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, inflate through the ribs. Exhale, soften the sides of the lungs. Inhale, lift through the pelvis to the ribs. Exhale, lower. Alright, now you're just going to do that full spinal roll. Inhale through the pelvis, exhale, lower. Inhale through the pelvis to the crown of the head, exhale, lower. Breathing while you move your spine. And again, if your body feels like it's sticky, try to relax your breath. So it doesn't have to be a perfect breath. You're going for that same softening of the expansion and the contraction of your lungs so that it doesn't feel forced. That same effortless exchange. When you find that with your breath, it becomes easier to find it here in your spine. And then gently lower your hips down. Take your hands out wide, like your shoulder width, and just let your knees fall from side to side. So you just relax the hips. And then pull both of your knees in towards you. You can wrap your feet around your shin, or your hands around your shins. Maybe you don't. Maybe you tuck the chin and round. Maybe you want to stay flat with your spine. Maybe you want to roll back and forth. If you're not rolling, go ahead and start rolling. Just soft through your face, maybe with your eyes closed. And then come all the way up to a seat. Sit tall. Soften your shoulders. And then we're going to stretch our neck. So you can find just a comfortable seat where you're sitting tall. You don't have to sit cross-legged. Maybe you put one foot in front of another. Or you could take your pillow and sit underneath it so that your hips are above your knees, which is a really good thing. So you might sit on one or two pillows even to get your hips up a little higher. And when you have that comfortable, relaxed place, take your right arm out to the side, about 45 degrees, so just below the line of your shoulder. Stretch through the fingertips, and then take your head over to the left.
just a little bit. And start to feel your face soften. Allow your arm to lengthen, your fingertips to release. Breathe. You can move your head, maybe tilt it forward if you want a different stretch. Maybe open it up. But just be gentle with your neck as you place it. Stretch through the fingers. Breathe. If you want a little bit deeper, maybe you take your left hand to your right ear, but you don't want to dump all the weight of the left hand. You don't want to stress your neck. So maybe hover it just above your ear for a second, and then gently set it down. Stretch through the right fingers. Stretch through your right arm. Breathe. And then slowly bring yourself up. Maybe give your neck a roll. And then sit up tall in the center. Extend your left arm out to the side. Really lengthen through your fingertips. And then gently tilt your right ear towards your right shoulder. Reach through your left fingers. Breathe through your heart. Breathe with the top of the spine. Breathe with the bottom of your spine. That spine you just found. So you have that same capacity for breath in this shape. Maybe tilt the head in a different direction. Maybe not. If you want a little bit more, take your right hand. You can hover it just over your left ear and then gently place it down so that you're just adding an added little bit of stability with your hand rather than adding weight. Breathe. And then slowly bring yourself up to the center. You can roll your neck, roll your shoulders. If you're sitting on a bolster, take it out, just gently set it to the side, and then come up to a tabletop so you're on your hands and on your knees. And we're gonna just press into the hands, inflate between our shoulder blades with an inhale. Exhale, drop the chest. Inhale, press into your hands, inflate between your shoulder blades. Exhale, drop the chest. Inhale, inflate between the shoulder blades. Exhale, drop. So keep that going. Just accessing the spot in your spine that's a little bit higher. Just between the shoulder blades, exactly at the heart space. Breath to move. And then pause in the center. From here, inhale, lift your gaze up. Lift your chin open through your throat. And then exhale, tuck your chin, lift between the shoulder blades and round. Inhale, lead with your head. Lift through your head, lift through your heart. Exhale, tuck the chin, round your spine. Couple more times. You can go fast. You can go slow. And then pause in the center. From here, bend your elbows, bring your chest down, and slide your feet back. Take your fingers in line with your shoulders, and then rest your chin on the floor. If it's not comfortable to have your chin on the floor, maybe you rest your forehead on the floor. Point your toes back, lengthen your legs, and then inhale, lead through the forehead, lift through the chest, just a little peel off your mat. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, peel your chest up. Exhale, tuck the chin, lower. Inhale, lead with the chest. Exhale, lower. One more time, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Take your hands so that they are in line with your shoulders, so that you're making like a T with your body. Lift your right leg up, bend your right knee, step your right foot behind your left so that you start to roll onto your left shoulder. Maybe this is enough. Maybe you want a little bit more. You can lift your right arm up. Maybe drop it behind you. Maybe reach it in front to get a nice rotation of the right shoulder and length through the right side. Breathe. So here you can practice that same breath that you used at the start of class. A soft, compassionate breath. Where you are going for evenness, that's the goal. But this is about the journey, so if one breath's a little different, that's okay. You don't want to be so fixated on your breath that the breath becomes stressful. You want to use the breath to soften the mind, to focus it, to soften the body, to become aware of your body and release it. And now wherever you are, just slowly work your right hand out to the right side again. Lift your right leg up, roll onto your chest, and lay down flat. You can just turn your head to one side if that feels good. Just take a moment here, feel the stretch in the shoulders, the opening through your heart space. And then from here, bend your right knee, lift your right leg up. Take your right leg out over behind, your left leg. Take your left leg up and then over behind your right leg. So now your right ear's on the mat, you're resting on your right arm. Maybe that's enough. If you want a little bit more, you can reach your left arm out, relaxing through the fingers. Or maybe you want to reach in a big arcing circle the left arm overhead so that the whole long side of your left body gets even longer. And allow your body to soften. Remember, you trusted the floor at the beginning while you lay down. So remind yourself that you don't have to hold all the baggage on tight. there's something right there that was designed to hold the weight. The floor, it's not going to break. And then wherever your left hand is, just reach it out about shoulder height again over to the left side and gently roll onto your stomach again. Maybe you put the other ear on the mat. Take a couple breaths, and here when you breathe, you can actually feel the floor receive your breath. So when you inhale, it's like you're reaching out to the ground. And when you exhale, you're giving the ground whatever it is you were bringing to them in the first place, which here is your body. So just take a couple deep breaths. Alright, so from here, you're going to press into your hands. Press back into a tabletop. Make sure you have some space in front of you on the mat. From your tabletop, with your hands underneath your shoulders, you're just going to slowly walk your hands out. Stretch through your fingers. Lead through the crown of the head. Allow the heart to soften. And start to go into your puppy stretch. So this might be a lot. If it is, you can always use some of your pillows and bring them underneath so that you have a little bit of a grounding, a softening, a little bit less of a trust fall with the floor. If you don't want less, and if you want more, you can walk your hands even further. Maybe you'll bring your chest towards the floor. Maybe you'll bring your chin forward and open it through your throat. Now, whichever position you are in, relax the space between your ears. Maybe one more time, grow that space by envisioning a yellow orb, a golden orb going from side to side, from the right to the left, from the left to the right, and then from both sides, it meets straight in the center. Take a couple nice deep breaths. And then slowly press yourself up. Maybe roll the chest a little bit, roll the hips a little bit. And come up to standing on your knees. You want your feet right behind your knees. Take your hands to your lower back. And then inhale, reach them up. As you exhale, sit down on your heels. Just let your ankles stretch.
slowly take your hands to the side. Find your strap. And as you sit on your heels, one hand on each part of the strap, reach your arms up overhead. Lift up through the shoulder blades. Inhale, lift up higher. As you exhale, take your hips to the right, your hands to the left. Inhale brings you up. Exhale, hips to the left, hands to the right. Inhale to the lift. Exhale to the side. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the side. Long arms. Soften your face. Let yourself breathe. Pause in the center. Come up to standing if you're not already. And then take your scarf down and set it to the side. Again, standing on your knees, take your knees hips width distance. Take your hands to your lower back. Lift up through the throat and then come back up to standing. Inhale, lift up through the throat. Exhale there. Inhale, lift up through the throat, through the ribs. Exhale there. Inhale, lift up through the throat, through the ribs to the pelvis. Exhale there. Breathe where you are. Maybe take your hands to your heels. Take a couple deep breaths. And then slowly come out. Sit down towards your heels. Bring your heart up. Bring your head up. And sit on your heels. You can take your hands in front of you. Now, if this is not comfortable, you can take another seated position, but just sit still for a second, right? So you have that initial moment after you came out of that posture. That was a deep backward bend. That now what? Just remind yourself the ground's still there. You can still breathe. And that you're calm. Because you choose to calmly and softly breathe. Now that you have reestablished that things are calm, you can slowly open up your eyes and then just roll forward to your hands so that you can bring your legs around to the front. Take your feet a little bit wider than your mat, or as wide as you can, really, going into a forward fold. So as far as you can without feeling like tension, like you can't breathe. Maybe take the bolsters and put them in front of you, and then just start to reach forward and lean in. Let your body soften. Let your feet go. Let your brain relax.
So no more counting breath. Just like let your brain go and trust that your breath is going to maintain that meditative, relaxed focus. You can put your head wherever it falls, so it might go to one side, it might go to another side, just wherever it feels comfortable, wherever you can let the mat, the ground, take whatever was in your body. Breathe deep. Allow your breath to soften, to go slower as it goes deeper. It's going to happen naturally. But invite that process in. And then slowly, if you have your head tilted to the side, you can start to bring it to the center. Walk your hands back towards your body. Just sit up tall for a second. Maybe feel the freedom. And then take your bolsters, move them to the side. Scoot slowly towards the front of your mat and lay down on your back. Take your hands out like a cactus and then bend your knees over to the right. Now, this might be good. It might also feel good to put a pillow underneath your right knee, or maybe even between your knees. Relax. You can have your eyes open or close them. But just take some nice deep breaths. If your gaze was over the left shoulder, shift your gaze over to the right. And then bring your knees to center, bring your eyes to the sky. And then take your knees to the left and your gaze to the right. If you had a bolster that felt good, you could bring them to support you in this position too. Cactus your arms. Take a couple deep breaths into the middle of your body.
if your head is tilted to the right, take it to the left shoulder. Lift your knees up to the center. Lift your head to the sky. And then release your legs down for your final Shavasana. Release your hands down. If you want to take a pillow or a bolster underneath your knees, that can be a really nice softening in your Shavasana. Close your eyes and let yourself relax. Find the ground. This opportunity to really connect, to hand over all of the energy in your body to the earth. To relinquish control for just a moment. To just be still. And you can enjoy your Shavasana for as long as feels good. Please, please, please rest in your Shavasana. Please, please enjoy the quiet. And when you do get up, come up slowly. Keep your eyes closed. Take a moment. And then do the rest. Namaste.